All right, everybody, welcome back to Shorty Car Mods, brought to you by our sponsor. You guessed it, the like button. Check it out right below the video. Also, youtube.com/CaptainSparkles2 for many hours of gaming VOD content for your eyeball enjoyment. Check it out, link in the description. Let's start off with number 19. That's one way to install side skirts, I guess. Warning, everyone who values your car in GTA area. In GTA area, is this a mod? Please read, do not go to this location ever. Discount tire services. What did they do? They ripped off the side skirt of my BMW, then screwed it back on using drywall screws. When I got home and realized, I called to ask why are there drywall screws in my car. This piece of short told me it fell off, so we fixed it, then hung up on me. Huh. They should have used finishing nails. They're very, very small, and they blend in more. Maybe this person wouldn't have noticed their side skirt just bubbling off of their car if the screws weren't so apparent. I wonder why there are screws just sticking out that aren't flush. You know, I feel like side skirts actually go onto the car in, I don't know, a nice organized fashion. Like there's a way to put them on and take them off without screwing them in. This just seems like a 2 IQ play on their part. Too funny. I identify as a Jeep with a watermark here. Also, no doors. I guess that makes sense. I was wondering why it identifies as a Jeep, and then it's like, okay, gotcha. I don't really see the practical use of driving around when you don't have doors if you're just, driving around in the city. I highly doubt that you'd take it off-road where the idea is, you're going to have better visibility of what you're driving over. If you don't have a door, you can look outside. In the city, it just seems like you're eliminating part of the safety component of your car. But, weight savings. My 4-year-old said, ugly race car. I don't mind it. It looks like a well-executed wrap. Yeah, not something I do to one of my cars, but it's removable, it's reversible, it stands out. Maybe they did it for an event, a rally. Probably not a rally. It would have more stickers and sponsors and stuff like that. But I don't know, dude. Other kids, if you drove to a hospital to try to, I don't know, like give kids rides or something like that, they think it's really cool if the car is all bright and colorful. So I disagree. I think it serves its purpose. Turning a Nissan into a Tesla. This guy is taking the phrase fake it until you make it quite literally. He's turning his old Nissan into a Tesla. Now, when you say that you're turning your old Nissan into a Tesla, you mean you're just putting new badges on the car, right? Because there's a lot more to a Tesla, aka an electric car, than there is just changing badges, I'm sure Tesla could save a lot of money if they were just able to wholesale buy Nissan Rogues and then switch the badges out on them and then charge $60,000 for it. They'd be making even more than they already are, and their stock prices are through the roof. Can you imagine otherwise? Now, oh yeah, that's nice. It's like a vinyl wrap, but it's for your seats. I want to see how this turns out, dude. Where is it at? Are we almost? We need a full body. It still looks very much like a Nissan. I'm not so sure it was effective. Also, still got to fill it up with gas. So, improvise, adapt, overcome. You see, what happened here, though, is this is the door that came off of the Honda Civic that we saw a couple posts back. This is the vehicle that drives behind it. They've got basically an escort car. They removed the trunk on that one so that they can fit all the doors from the Honda Civic into the trunk. But they couldn't have a trunk door because it wouldn't fit otherwise. So, they put all the doors in there, strap it on down, and then this drives around with the Honda Civic so that way, if a police officer pulls over the car, they can say, no, officer, we were just at a car show. We're going to put the doors back on right now, right when we get home. And the officer will be like, oh, okay, I get it. At least you have the doors on you. You're all chill. No fix-it ticket. You're good. So it's smart thinking. Me, can I get a Mercedes? Mom, we have a Mercedes at home. I mean, you just rebadged a smart car at the end of the day, which is a Mercedes. It is Mercedes' own smart car. So It makes sense. Also, I mean, they swapped out the wheels on it. I don't mind it. The wheels are actually kind of cool. And somehow, surprisingly, the little rebadging system on the front here actually works okay. It's not all that bad. It looks like they kind of modeled it after the SLK, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it kind of works, and it's not wrong. It's kind of like taking a VW, what's it, the Touareg, and then putting an Audi badge on it. And it's not technically wrong, but it's just kind of wrong. Whatever. You wouldn't understand. Wow. It's like a rat rod Jeep, which obviously totally defeats the purpose of any off-road capabilities, but let's be honest, the majority of people who have a Jeep don't take it off-road. So if you're going to be using it the same way, I mean, why not? The wheels look a little disproportionate. I'm not going to lie. They seem a little small, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of unique. It just seems very disproportionate. That's all. Kind of like I have really small hands, but they're proportionate because I'm also 4 feet tall. So at the end of the day, I suppose it works, but it'd be like taking my hands and you're putting them on Shaq, and then it would look off. That's what you have here. Just ugly on top of more ugly. Have we seen this one? I can't remember if we've seen this one or if we've just seen something similar to it. I know we saw a pickup truck that was like the #1 post a few months ago that had this same sort of format to it. Maybe it was built by the same place. I don't know, but you know what? You're not wrong. You went all in on your customization. The only issue is you still have doors. You should take a page out of the Honda Civic book and take your doors off, because how else are you going to see what's on the ground next to you when you're taking this off-roading, which you definitely take off-roading with these gigantic wheels with the low-profile tires on top of them. Very, very off-roady. I hope it glows in the dark. Really, if it glows in the dark, I'm happy with it. If not, it's a real missed opportunity, because it just looks like that needs to be part of it, so I hope it does. I don't know here. If it glows in the dark, I'm fine. Worked on my first Lamborghini today. Lamborghini Mitsubishi. I mean, the Mitsubishi provided a really good template there on where to place the logo. You know, you just align the corners with the edges of the badge, and then align the top of the badge with the text, and then you're golden. I mean, that's really helpful. It's almost as if Mitsubishi like had this envisioned from the very beginning. It's just their logo is a template so that you can overlay a Lamborghini badge. Now, ideally, you'd actually overlay a Lamborghini badge that, you know, is not just an outline. But this person they didn't do it the right way. Quality paint job. The demonetized machine. It looks more like the rabies machine, TBH. Or I don't know, maybe that's a side effect of don't do that. Don't do that, everybody watching. That is bad. And I don't recommend it. I haven't tried it, but don't recommend it. And yep. Anyway, that looks like a really great way to just deter people from ever talking to you in public. So I mean, if that's your goal, then great. You get out of your car. No one's ever going to bother you. They're probably not going to even park next to you. You never have to worry about getting door dings. You're quite safe. Shorty exhaust. That is a very large boy right there. I mean, you took your lifted truck and you're like, you know what? I have too much ground clearance here. This is far too practical. Okay, we need to bring this a little bit closer to earth once again, all right? I really miss having to take driveways at angles like I used to in my low clearance car. So let's just make it so I have to take driveways at angles again and just bring that exhaust right onto the ground. We're gonna need a bigger pipe in order to do that. Also, this can just be transport for things. If you ever run out of space in the bed, you can just start sticking things into the exhaust. And it has a lot of storage capacity. Like, those two things combined have about as much stowage as your average sedan trunk. So, quite impressive. Great airflow. Back box delete done and twin pipes fitted. Pleased with the results. So, you straight piped your car, and then you're just like, here, we'll just have multiple outputs. Would that reduce back pressure? Actually, I don't know if having larger outlets would do that, or if it probably doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know what kind of car this is. I don't know how much back pressure it's actually able to reduce, because it might not be that powerful to begin with. But yeah, I mean, congratulations on straight piping. It's not going to pass emissions now if you ever have to get a smog test, depending upon where you live. But you look like you've 4 outlets, so that's cool. I don't even know. Huh. I mean, I've seen cars like this before. I don't know what they're usually built on. I assume they take an existing car and then they apply like new bodywork to it. It's so that it gets like super duper good gas mileage. And I assume that's what they're going for here. It's just, bodywork that looks nice is very expensive. So sometimes you gotta just hand bend a little bit of metal and slap it on your car in order to get that low drag, okay? Have you seen this SSC Twatara go 330 miles an hour? All right, doesn't look like this, but it has a very low drag body. That car probably doesn't get good gas mileage, I can tell you that much, but same principle, less drag, better gas mileage. Also, 330 miles an hour and the car was still pushing. The driver had to let up just because there was a crosswind, I guess. And he's like, all right, we got to take it easy. But the car, like, oh my God. If you haven't seen that, even if you're not into cars, I recommend looking it up. I think Top Gear has a video. It's just like, it blows away the record by such a significant margin. It's insane. If you thought the outside was bad, I mean, if you like footy ball, I suppose, it kind of looks a little bit more like you're trying to, like a Ghostbusters ghost just exploded inside of your car. You just got like green plasma goo all over the place. But if you can look past that, it's great. You can play some footy ball inside your car, and also just that I really like these stack exhausts coming out of the back. Look a little bit like angel wings, actually. And then just combine that with what has to be one of the ugliest vehicles that's ever been created. I forget the name of it. It's only a car that's in Europe. Or I don't know, maybe it's not just in Europe. Maybe it's in other areas, just not in North America. I've seen it on, I think, Top Gear before, though. And it is staggering. Like, who put that there? Why is that? Why did you do this for the windshield? Whoever thought of this? All right. It's like whoever designed the Pontiac Aztec did some demonetizable substances and was like, we're going to try this again. I'm going to improve on my original design, and ended up with this. Anyone want? Dodge Ram 2500 for sale, 600,000 miles, runs like new, 15K firm. Don't lowball me. I know what I have. Can you imagine if that Jeep has actually covered 600,000 miles in its lifetime? I wonder how much an average farm animal in like an open environment actually wanders around on a daily basis. Oh, I want to do the math on this. But that would be like, okay, how old is it? How old? I need an age. Then I'd actually be able to do the math. If the 600K was a realistic figure, I don't know how long sheep live. How long do sheep live? What if it's 10 years? That'd be 60,000 miles a year, which is, I don't know, like, that'd be a lot of miles a day. That's actually a lot of miles a day. But anyway, this is a quality short post. We'll move on to the top for the last month. I bet this thing has never been off-road. I mean, is that... Oh, it says off-road builders. I was like, I mean, is that really... That doesn't seem like a very bold statement. Like I said earlier, I'd argue the majority of Jeeps have not been off-road, but I guess this one specifically says off-road builders. But yeah, probably not. It does have some good ground clearance, though. I mean, it'd probably be effective, and it's, you gotta love the angry Jeep face. You're not using your Jeep right. You're not invested in your Jeep if you don't have the angry slanty eye Jeep front fascia features, okay? This is critical. All right. I don't know why Jeep hasn't integrated this straight from the factory, because everyone ends up doing it anyway. It's where every Jeep that has modifications on it that I see around here always has the angry eyes. It's always got it. So Jeep, just come on. Know your audience. Do it from the factory already, okay? I mean, it looks like it is. You never have to angle a driveway with this, though. So you just have to angle your roof, because your roof might scrape. But otherwise, wouldn't fit in my garage. It'd just drive straight into the top of the roof. The windshield. Off-road builders would just go straight into the top of my garage, and yeah, wouldn't work too well. But anyway, it's practical. Anyway, there you have it. That's it for the last month of Shorty Car Mods. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist if you want to catch more Shorty Car Mods. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hit the bell even if you are. And once again, if you want to watch the last Shorty Car Mods, click here. Interactive. Annotations and stuff. Or if you want to watch the last Mare music upload, good quality music here. We'll put like 2 of the things. Okay, great. See you next time.